Hey guys, it's Allie, and in today's video, I'm going to be making a tier list of all of the blonde American Girl dolls. Now, I have seen two AGTubers do this tier list before, Kyla Suzanne, as well as Just Dream Studios, so I figured I might as well get in on the fun and do my own list of these blonde dolls. So I will warn you, for the Truly Me dolls, I am very bad with numbers, and a lot of these blonde Truly Me's look similar, so if I do not say the number of the doll, I really do apologize. I am not creative when it comes to naming the tiers, so at the top we have S tier, then A tier, B tier, C tier, and then D tier. So let's start. I want to say this is 53 or something. I know she's in the 50s. She's just basic. She's bangs, brown hair. I'm guessing gonna put her in B. There's nothing really wrong with her, but no standout features either. Now this one I'm pretty sure is an older doll just because of the fact that there isn't a stock photo of her, and this honestly could be Kirsten. It looks very similar to Kirsten, so I'm just gonna put her in D tier. Classic mold, blonde hair, bangs, blue eyes, nothing really unique there. Now this is one of the most unique blonde Truly Me dolls. I would almost put her as more of a redhead or a strawberry blonde, but this is Truly Me 21. She is a doll that I would love to have if she was still available. I don't know if I would want her with or without the pin curls. There's two versions of her, but even though she is a classic mold, her hair is so unique, and the fact that it comes styled in pigtails is also unique, and she's really cute. And you know what, I think we're actually going to move her up to S tier. Now this doll over here is the one that looks very similar to Sophie Claire. I'm terrible with numbers. I know this one here I think is like 26 or 27. As for this one, I'm not sure what her number is. She might be in the 60s, but I could be completely wrong here. But I'm going to put her in D tier just because she looks very similar to another Truly Me, so there isn't really anything unique about her. Blonde hair, blue eyes, classic mold. Well, of course blonde hair. They all have blonde hair, but like classic mold and blue eyes, there's nothing creative here. This doll is 24, and I really liked this doll when I first got into American Girl doll. This stock photo does not do her justice. I really hate the current stock photos. The blue jacket ones are so much better. I don't know what happened, but all of these stock photos just look so weird. So as for where I'm gonna put her, I think I'm gonna do C. She doesn't really have any super standout features. Actually, we're gonna move her to B because she has freckles. So I wouldn't say she's one of my top dolls anymore, but she isn't horrible, and she does have some lesser seen features like the freckles. Now this doll is like Sophie Claire, and as iconic as Sophie Claire is, she is going in D because she looks very similar to another Truly Me doll. Classic mold, blue eyes, nothing creative here. And here is another type of doll that is very, very overdone. Classic mold, blonde hair, blue eyes. And I'm just gonna skip ahead in the tier list a bit. This is slightly different blonde hair and blue eyes, but still very boring. Oh my god, I'm being so hard on these dolls. And then this one looks very similar. Like, tell me the difference between these dolls. They look the same. This one I think has a different eye color, so we'll put her up, but like still, they look very similar. So this is actually a doll I have in my collection, a customized version of her, but this was my sister's first ever American Girl doll, number 39. And her hair is more of a caramel color than a blonde in my opinion. She does have the most stunning blue eyes. This stock photo does not make her look good at all, but she's a classic mold with layered hair, and even though I will take the layered hair over the bangs, layered hair is kind of a bit of a pain to style, so I'm gonna put her in C tier, I think. Now this is number 53, and she is such a cute doll. I might eventually add her to my collection, but she has shoulder length blonde hair, a Josefina mold, so we are straying from the classic molds for a second, and brown eyes, just a very unique combination for these American Girl blonde dolls. So I'm gonna put her in A tier. She's super cute, and I would love to own a 53 if the opportunity came around. Wait, I called another doll 53 on accident earlier. I want to say this is 53 or something. I know she's in the 50s, so maybe this doll's like 52, but this one I'm positive is 53. Right? Fact check this. Here's another one of the more unique looking blonde dolls. Childhood me grew up with seeing this doll as Poppy from AG Overseas fan. I feel like that is the most iconic 56. Her curls are just very iconic and unique. She's a classic mold with blue eyes though, but I think the fact that her wig is so different from any other Truly Me doll, I'm going to put her in the B tier. Actually, we're gonna move her to A because she looks very unique, and just because of her hair. Now, once again, bad with numbers. I want to say this doll is early 60s, but I'm not sure. I do like her wig though, the short blonde hair, but she is a classic mold with blue eyes. So we're gonna put her in B tier just because I really like this length of hair on her. This is the one that has like the bright green Felicity eyes, and other than eye color, tell me the difference between this doll and this doll. Like, they look the same. So I'm gonna put her in here because she's not unique except for her eye color. A lot of the old Truly Me dolls are just like bangs, classic mold, different eye color, and not creative. Here we have have the blonde boy doll. He is cute, but I don't like him as much as the other girl dolls on this list. Because he is a boy doll, he is automatically very unique, and I think I'm going to put him in A tier just because he looks very different from all of the other blonde Truly Me dolls. This one's number is 79, I'm pretty no, 79 is Kanani lookalike. This is 78, I think. She has the lightest skin tone, some nice either brown or hazel eyes, I can't remember, and I believe she has like medium curly hair, and I think I'm going to put her in C tier. Other than the skin tone, she's not super unique in my opinion, and she's pretty forgettable. In terms of the launch of the other Truly Me's that came out at the same time she did, 79 was remembered for being like Kanani, and 80 is a queen, and this doll kind of just gets forgotten about. Now this, I would not call this blonde. This is either like 81 or 82. That release, like I know when these guys released but not their numbers, but I would not classify this as a blonde doll, at least with the way this stock photo makes it look, because I believe she has more of a caramel hair in real life. She also has the lighter skin tone, and I think I'm going to put her in C tier with the other one. Actually, we're gonna move her to B because she has grown on me a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of the super light skin tone. She's a classic mold with the really dark brown eyes. I'm not a big fan of that combo, but her wig is very long and pretty. Now this doll is another one that's been growing on me, and I can't even remember her number, but we're gonna put her in A tier. This wig in blonde is so unique for the Truly Me line. There is nothing similar. She has the light skin tone, she has a Josefina mold, and she is really pretty and growing on me and pretty unique, so we're gonna put her here. Caroline Abbott, immediately S tier, kind of because she was my second doll, so she has a big place in my heart, but also her eyes are so unique, and her eyes are like worth so much. You know the Mary Grace face mold, and then you get the Caroline eyes, Sonali wig, you have the like most sought after American Girl doll ever, but her eyes are stunning, and I really do like Caroline as a doll, and I honestly need to use my Caroline way more. Maybe I'll put her as the thumbnail for this video because she is blonde. This is another doll who I would not say she is blonde. She is more of a redhead in my opinion. I am not a Courtney Moore fan overall, but if we're judging solely based on the dolls here, not collection, not meet outfits or anything, I'm gonna put her in B. This hairstyle in this color is very unique for American Girl. However, the face mold is a classic mold, which is not super creative. Her eyes are blue, so I would love to see some different eyes for her. And I also think she looks very similar to Mary Ellen, except for the fact that her wig is super curly, but Mary Ellen is not on this list as she is more of a redhead. So just ranking her as one of the blondes, even if she's not really that blonde, I'll say B tier because she is unique, but she doesn't have my favorite feature combination ever. Next we have Elizabeth Cole, who I consider to be like a mum doll. I feel like in every dollhouse she's the mum. I really do like the Josefina mold with her blue eyes and the pin curls. She looks very regal. I'm gonna put her in C though because she isn't super unique. Here is Isabel, and I'm going to put her in A tier. I know, controversial, but here on this channel we love Isabel, and I know for a fact the other people who I've seen do this tier list also love Isabel, so can we have justice for Isabel please? But she breaks up her boring old blonde hair by having removable pink highlights, which I think is super cool. It's better than having a permanent piece of color in your doll's hair in my opinion, and from what I have seen, these highlights blend really well compared to like a random clip-in extension, so I'm a huge fan of that. I love the hazel eyes Isabel has. Is she a classic mold? Yes, but I think the fact that she has pink hair just makes up for all of the basic features and bumps her all the way up to A tier. Next we have Gwen Thompson, and I'm going to put her in D tier because if she was not Gwen, she would just look like any of these other Truly Me dolls who are in the D tier with the bangs, classic mold, and brown eyes. Nothing super unique there, and I think she's very boring and forgettable as a best friend character and definitely as one of the blondes. Next up we have Julie, Queen of the Hoops, Alley-oop. Thank you, American Girl, for scarring all of us with that beautiful Julie music video. I do own Julie as well, and growing up, I really liked her. I loved how long her hair was, but it isn't the best for things like braids just because it's very straight, so pieces will like start being spiky. It doesn't make sense unless you own a Julie, I'm sorry. She has a Josefina mold, brown eyes, and lined eyebrows, and I think I'm going to put her in C tier just because she kind of fades into the background for me in terms of blonde dolls. But her hair is unique unique compared to the blonde hair dolls with bangs, but it isn't unique enough, in my opinion, to move up. This doll right here should not be in B tier, but whatever. Next we have Kaylee Hopkins, and I'm also gonna put her in C tier. She's very boring in my opinion. Classic mold, dark brown eyes, and blonde hair. Nothing very creative there, no standout features, so she's going to be in C tier. Next we have Mckenna Brooks, and I'm going to put her in A tier, I think. I think she's one of the more unique blonde dolls as well. Her hair is more of a caramel blonde, but the fact that her wig has no part in it, love it or hate it, I think it's super unique. She looks really pretty in the Josefina mold with the blue eyes, and I think even though Elizabeth has that same combination, Mckenna's wig is a little bit more unique, and I really like the way that this doll looks, so we're gonna put her in A tier. Next we have the reigning girl of the year, Kyra Bailey, and even though she does look a lot like Julie, I do prefer her appearance over Julie because she has those green eyes, and everyone else seems to have brown or blue eyes. So we're gonna put Kyra Bailey in B tier, I think. And I really do like that her wig has some waves in it. However, it is a very thin wig, but I think Kyra on her own, if Julie didn't exist, would be higher, but the fact that Julie does exist and they look very similar, you can compare them, it does bump Kyra down a little bit. Next, we have the original blonde hair doll with blue eyes, classic mold, and bangs, Miss Kirsten Larson, however you say it. But since she is the original of these blonde hair and blue-eyed dolls with bangs, we are going to put her in C tier because everyone else is just copying Kirsten. Don't cancel me for pronouncing her name wrong, guys. Next, we have Kittridge. Even though personally she isn't one of my favorite dolls, you can't deny that she is one of the more unique blonde dolls with her short bob and her freckles, so I think we're gonna put her in B tier. Next is Lainey Holland. I own this doll and I absolutely love her. I personally am a big fan of the side bangs. I think they spice up the dolls, make them unique, and it's better than the full bangs, which are very overused in these blonde dolls. Her eyes are so pretty. Even though they are hazel, they photograph as green and it's pretty. She's a classic mold, but her hair is like wavy and it's very unique, and she doesn't look like any truly me's out there, so I'm gonna put her in S tier because I am a Lainey fan. Finally, we have Tenny Grant, and we're gonna put her in D tier because it's Tenny. Just kidding, I am actually not a Tenny hater. I wouldn't say she is the best doll American Girl has ever made, but she is definitely not the worst either, and I think she gets a lot of hate for no reason. She has a unique lip color, she has unique freckles, she has unique eyes, which I'm not the biggest fan of, and I really do like her wig. So I think we're gonna put her in A tier, honestly, just because she is one of the more unique blonde dolls in my opinion. So I think here's my final ranking. I'm not gonna overthink it because then everything will be shifted around, but I think the main thing I really want to change is I want to move this doll higher and this doll lower, but we're not gonna do that because I'm gonna overthink everything. So if you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what blonde dolls do you guys own in your collection. As I said earlier, based off of this list, I own Lainey, Caroline, Julie. Do I just own 3? Oh, and 39. But my 39 has a different wig right now, but I still have the original, and she was 39 for many years. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more American Girl doll videos, and of course, have an amazing day, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye!